In the upcoming weeks, Javier Mascherano anticipates a possible reunion with Lionel Messi at Inter Miami. Mascherano is the overwhelming favorite to be chosen the MLS team's replacement for Tata Martino, who decided to resign for personal reasons following Inter Miami's MLS playoff defeat. Mascherano's contract with the Argentina U20 team expires at the end of 2024, thus the decision to bring him in will put an end to his tenure as manager. Mascherano and Messi won 2 UEFA Champions League titles in Catalonia and 5 La Liga titles together while playing for Barcelona. Mascherano lost out on a golden age with the national team when he retired from international competition with Argentina following the 2018 FIFA World Cup. Messi took his place as captain and led the team to 2 Copa America titles and the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. Mascherano is adamant that Messi is the greatest of all time, and he feels that his ability to play in any position under any circumstance highlights his extraordinary level. The two still have a close friendship. If Messi were a defender, he would perhaps be one of the best defenders in the world, the Daily Mirror said. We played 1-1 against him at Barca occasionally, and it was impossible to get past him. He was too strong for us. Attackers can occasionally protect themselves. Leo does a great job defending. It was hard to dribble past him because of his extreme speed. Messi's current contract with Inter Miami expires at the end of 2025, but both parties want to extend it to keep Messi on track for the 2026 World Cup. Javier Mascherano, a co-owner of the team, has already revealed that the club is eager to extend Messi's contract in Florida. Outline for the story. Introduction. Setting the scene, Javier Mascherano, now a retired footballer, is speaking about his friend and former teammate, Lionel Messi, just before Messi's anticipated move to Inter Miami. This could be at an exclusive interview or public event where Mascherano is reflecting on his shared career with Messi. Early years. The bond between Messi and Mascherano started in Argentina, with both players coming from humble beginnings. Mascherano reminisces about their early days in the national team, Messi's rise in Barcelona, and the struggles they faced together on the pitch. Mascherano speaks about the incredible work ethic and quiet nature of Messi, contrasting it with the media's portrayal of his shy demeanor. Barcelona glory days. Mascherano gives insider insights into the iconic Barcelona team, sharing stories of Messi's growth, leadership, and moments of brilliance. Mascherano recalls some of their most memorable games, including key goals Messi scored and their victories in the Champions League and La Liga. A pivotal moment could be when Messi displayed an unforgettable act of humility, helping Mascherano during a tough time. International duty with Argentina. Their time together in the Argentine national team, especially during the World Cup and Copa America campaigns. Mascherano reveals some off-the-pitch moments, like shared conversations or private jokes that helped bond them as brothers in arms. Mascherano reflects on Messi's character in the national setup, dealing with immense pressure and the expectations placed upon him. Messi's departure from Barcelona. The emotional moment when Messi left Barcelona and the impact it had on Mascherano. A behind-the-scenes look at the departure, Mascherano's feelings on Messi's struggles during the final days at Barcelona, and his eventual transition to PSG. Mascherano discusses how Messi remained focused on football despite the turbulence, and how that dedication inspired everyone around him. A new chapter. The arrival of Messi at Inter Miami and Mascherano's excitement for his friend's new adventure in the United States. A reflection on how Messi has shaped the game globally and what his move means for Major League Soccer (MLS) and American football culture. Mascherano talks about how Messi will be received by fans and teammates, and the legacy he's building at the end of his illustrious career. Mascherano's story. Mascherano shares a personal moving story about his friendship with Messi, perhaps a specific moment where Messi showed his true character in a difficult situation. Mascherano highlights Messi's unassuming nature, his loyalty, and how the media often misjudged him. The future of football and Messi's impact. Mascherano speculates on how Messi's presence in MLS will influence the league and inspire a new generation of players. The final reflections on Messi's career, his impact on Argentina, Barcelona, and the world of football. A closing sentiment about their friendship, the beautiful game, and what comes next for Messi. Story fragment example. As the cameras blinked and the lights in the room flickered off, Javier Mascherano leaned back in his chair, his fingers tapping on the armrest, lost in thought. The interview had gone well, yet it was clear that his thoughts were elsewhere. The subject on everyone's mind was Messi, the man who had been both a teammate and a close friend for over a decade. With the news of Messi's impending arrival at Inter Miami making waves, Mascherano couldn't help but reflect on the journey that had led them both to this moment. Lionel is not just a player, Mascherano began, his voice low and full of respect. He is a force of nature, but what people often forget is that he's one of the most grounded people I've ever met. From the very beginning, I saw something in him. I think a lot of people thought he was just another boy with a ball, but he was so much more. Mascherano's words resonated deeply, as he began recalling their earliest days together, when they were just two young men hoping to make a name for themselves on the global stage. I remember when we first met in the national team, Mascherano continued. It wasn't just Messi's talent that impressed me, it was his understanding of the game, his humility, and the way he carried himself. People always talked about his quiet demeanor, but he was more than that. He was our leader, even before he wore the captain's armband. Their friendship blossomed during the early days at Barcelona, where Mascherano joined the club after a successful spell at Liverpool. I remember the first time Messi scored one of his iconic goals in a Clásico, Mascherano recalled. The entire stadium went silent, and for a moment I thought I was in a dream, but what struck me most was how Messi, after scoring, didn't revel in it. He was all about the team, always the team. As the conversation shifted to their time together with Argentina, Mascherano's eyes softened. We shared some really difficult times with the national team, he admitted. But Messi, he never once let the pressure get to him. He took all of it on his shoulders, and he kept fighting. It's not something you see every day. It takes a special person to do that. Mascherano's voice wavered slightly as he spoke about their shared goal of winning a major international tournament with Argentina. Every time Messi fell short, he carried the weight of an entire nation, but no one could break him, and that's why he'll always be our captain, no matter what. As the interview continued, Mascherano shared more memories, both on and off the field, of Messi's perseverance, dedication, and unshakable spirit. I think about Messi's legacy, Mascherano said quietly. His time at Barcelona, the World Cups, the Ballon d'Ors, all of it, and now, to see him going to Miami, it feels like the start of another chapter. The man deserves it. He deserves a moment to relax, to show people that football is more than just what happens on the field. This is just the start of a much larger piece that would explore their journey, the depth of their relationship, and Messi's monumental impact on football. Would you like me to continue and build further on this?